guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. I am so excited to be here with DrypMedic today. If you follow me at all, you know that I brag about DrypMedic. I was definitely, when I came across you guys, I was definitely in a space of life where I was so fatigued and so tired. I ran crazy, and it was very simple. I came in here and you guys like, oh, well, we can fix that. Mm-hmm. And I definitely know when I'm in need of a drip for sure. If you're afraid of needles or scared of any of it, it's honestly so easy.
So easy.
Jeremy is great at it.
So
but let's talk a little bit about your backstory, because that's what I love about you. As you know, you also, when you come to DrypMedic, you kind of become family. Over time, you get to, you know, share your stories. I know I came in here really distraught and need of help. I brought my husband in like, hey, I need you, 911. So I think, you know, you almost like connect with you guys like doctors.
Well, we're not.
Doctors. It's right there. We're not. We don't do that.
No doctors here.
No doctors here.
We have a great one, but
We have a
yeah,
great medical
that's
director,
not what we're
but
for.
we're not the doctors. No.
But they do help you, let me tell you.
But yeah, I mean, we met, you know, quite a while ago. It was, you know, both going through divorces, and I know I was at this place where I think, you know, kind of when everybody goes through a divorce, you're like, I am never doing that again.
Never. Swearing men off.
Yeah. But then you just randomly meet someone and you're like, there's something that's making me backtrack, but you know, we're gonna fight it.
Yeah, I don't have time for this.
You know, especially both having kids and stuff like that. But, you know, ultimately it was something that kept bringing us back together. Sometimes I still ask, like, what was that? You know, and I tell everybody he's the yin to my yang. He's my other half. He keeps me sane because if you know me, I'm slightly neurotic.
I like to control everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, and he was the one that was like, you know, let's slow it down a little bit. But yeah, and we ended up blending our families. We were splitting our time between Vegas and here.
Challenging.
Yeah, it was really challenging.
So tiring. Yeah. Right. Super up there.
Well, and let's just go, you're a paramedic.
Yes.
So that keeps you on the road. You
Yes.
also have another job.
Yep.
This is not your only.
No,
Yeah.
surprising to a lot of
has a
people.
real job.
I do have a real job. But yeah, he's been, you know, with the fire department for a long time, and after blending our families, and luckily I got my kids full time, we brought them down here, and we're lucky enough to share Travis and Kirsten with his ex 50% of the time, so we get a lot of time with all of our kids. And you know, now they range from the ages of 24 to 14.
Almost all
Almost
adults.
all adults. You know, my
Growing
oldest,
so fast.
yeah, my oldest is a diesel mechanic for Dot Foods. Next one is a wildland firefighter up in Oregon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, surprised us all.
He just up and did it.
Yeah,
I'm outta here.
and he is
He's been doing great.
he's
been
loving
doing
his
great.
life. Yeah, and then the two, we call them littles, the two littles, but they're not little anymore. You know, is a 16-year-old sophomore at Milk, and our only girl is a 14-year-old freshman at Milk.
Yep.
So all finding their ways finally.
Yep.
So I
Doing
can
great.
only imagine really thinking about opening DrypMedic and what that looked like and how much extra space it needs from both of you.
From our
Probably
lives.
was a little challenging and
Yeah.
scary in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. As far as when we were, the DrypMedic was started basically due to a need coming up. I was having questionable back problems. My back wasn't as well as it could have been. It really required a surgery. The doctors had always told me sometimes the cure is worse than the problem itself. So they said you're going to go one way or the other. It's going to go really good or really bad. So in anticipation of it going really bad and not being able to go back to the line being a firefighter again, I was like, what can I do right away to start providing for the family, you know, with these hands without having to start a whole nother schooling or training or something I can get right away into. And I was like, IVs, I've been doing them for like 100 years. I feel everybody asks me to do their IVs for them, so I'm like natural. And backstory, for about 10 years, I've been petitioning to some of the emergency room docs, some of the local docs, saying this is a need as a paramedic running on the streets. Hydration is just key. We take a lot of people up to the hospital for simple things that could be, managed by proper hydration, proper nutrients, proper stuff that would save them that ER visit, that hospital bill. So I was like, you know what, it's my time. Nobody else is going to do it. So I teamed up with a really good friend of ours, Dr. Brian Sheely. He's our medical director, and he's super supportive. He's all, push the movement, get out there, push the movement. Yeah. So he believes in it. He's very into holistic medicine and stuff like that. So so it's been really supportive, and fortunately the community's been great. They're finding us. They're coming in. We're meeting tons and tons of great people. We're making a lot of great friends down here, and we're spreading the word of hydration. So, I mean, it's getting out there. I'm excited about it.
And like you said, too, it's the kind of, I always laugh, like it's kind of like an equivalent to a salon, right? You come in and,
basically,
you
like
you spend, you spend an hour with some people. Some people totally living their worst day right then because they're not feeling it, but they generally feel better by the time they're done and over with their visit. And so you get to know a lot about these people, and they're all great. We look forward to our regulars coming in. We look forward to our new people, coming in, and our regulars spread the word, and it's obviously because it's helping them.
Well, and the thing about it is, unfortunately, we know that no one's really good at taking care of yourself when you're feeling good, and when life's going on, and when things are happening,
people
and you're
are busy,
just moving.
People just don't have the time.
They don't make the time.
They don't
right?
make the time.
They don't make the time. So I always think of this as a self-care moment, reminding ourselves that we cannot pour for an empty cup, and hydration. Can we just talk dehydration? Can we talk a little bit of the effects? Because I think some people don't even realize, like the foggy head and the exhaustion and maybe the brain fog, like all those things that we kind of think are normal at some point in our life. And you're like, this is not normal.
Or that maybe you have a cold or something like that, but the root of it might be dehydration.
Yeah, it all traces back to proper hydration, proper nutrients, proper circulation. You want to keep your body healthy. You want to keep those oxygen molecules moving. You want to keep all these things going on. So when our fluid levels are low, your body starts to shut down certain areas because it needs to, save that fluid for more important things. The brain gets everything first. And so when that's all said and done, other things like your cognitive thought, your memory, some people brain fog, you had mentioned, it's very common. People just, I can't get out of this fog. I can't put together a clear thought sometimes, or just get lost. So a lot of that is from dehydration, early signs of dehydration, just listlessness. You're feeling tired for, no reason. You don't feel sick, but you're just listless and lazy. Think about your hydration. How have you been? Have you been, drinking out here? I mean, you need double, triple what the recommended daily allowance is.
Look at it. I feel like we're almost in winter and it's still 120 degrees out.
And it's not getting any moisture out there.
We tell people here all the time that you wake up dehydrated in this area. Really, and we'll have people come in and be like, I feel really run down, but I drink enough water. I drink water all day long. I have like 4 to 5 glasses of water a day, and I'm like, oh, honey,
that's not even touching the surface.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, and not even just the water fact, but then you get into the vitamins, right? I know I'm vitamin B deficient, and if I am not getting a shot, my body doesn't hold it. So you guys offer so many packages that can really be built A, for you, but B, help you with the energy or wanting to, fight off sicknesses, or just so many different options. Can we talk a little bit about,
Sure. So, like you said, so many options. First and foremost, yes, everything we do here is 100% customizable, catered 100% to that person coming in. There's not a pre-mix or anything like that. We do a proper assessment, a good faith exam. We find out what's going to be the appropriate therapy for you. Once we determine all that and get your vitals all squared away, then we can get started. And people will talk about, is your energy level? Are we needing some? Everything's going to come with the hydration. So while we're doing that hydration, let's do some other things. Let's get some other vitamins, nutrients, minerals, those types of things in you. So we'll talk about, do you want energy, or are you fighting something? Do we need to give you a whole bunch of vitamin C and zinc to get you past that? You know, are you wanting your skin extra glowy and smooth? You know, we could do a lot of things with that.
That one's a good
Vitamin
one.
C, alpha-lipoic acid, those kinds of things. So they come to us. Then when people want to get really into stuff for like deep into the brain fog, then we talk about like NAD. It's really great for clearing that up. And anybody has any questions, it's a whole subtopic. I can talk for hours
is
on
amazing,
that.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so, and then we also have, we have the IV ozone therapy as well. And great for toxicities, autoimmune system disorders, full body inflammation,
Arthritis,
like
rheumatoid
that.
arthritis.
Rheumatoid arthritis
like
is one of the biggest ones for it. So, yeah, so many options, so many things to talk about when somebody comes in.
And these guys are constantly learning. I mean, we've been to conferences. We've got so many connections the learning never stops. We've got a great resource on the IV ozone therapy. She is amazing, and she's done all of our education, his education, all of our RN's education. It's nonstop because, like I said, at the root of it, it really kind of starts there, and then you can just go, you can expand from there. But yeah, and that's where we feel like education is key for a lot of it, because we want to know, one, for our own benefits, you know, but two, like what's needed, you know.
Well, and I think I have watched you guys continue your education and learning, adapting with what the new things are, what's working, giving your patients, you know, ultimate choices and decisions. So much when I came in last time, you guys were able to put the cushy things on your legs.
Oh, the reboots.
Yeah.
I had just moved them out of the way so we could sit here. Right.
So it's very cool because, you know, how often, because of the heat or just work or being on your feet, do your legs swell and you deal with that and you don't even realize that? I walked out of here and I was like, oh my God, I feel like I just lost a whole side.
Right, your legs just feel so much lighter. Like, it's a crazy difference, and that's just we have modified compression. We use with the rapid reboot technology. That's what that is, and it's basically a nice circulatory adjunct to help you move those fluids, get some of those toxins of the junk that, just like you said, settles down in the bottom of your feet, your legs, your ankles. So to just get some of that stuff moving, and then while you're doing that, if you're doing it with an IV, most of the time it makes the IV go faster because you're just kind of pumping it right through, and it's going, and you're getting that benefit like right now, right away. You know, we have people that come in literally driving into the door cramping, you know, for their hands can't function. We get them hydrated, we give them proper magnesium, those types of things to relax, so they leave 1,000% better.
It's almost that quick.
It's just about instantly.
Whenever you're here, and I usually always end up going home and just taking a nap and giving my body, it just needs that moment to take in all the goodness.
Because you just took in a lot of stuff and it wants to put that to work right away. So some people they'll leave here and they're like, oh, I left, you know, I thought I was going to walk out the door and have a ton of energy. Woo! But you know what? I went home, I took like a 20-minute, 30-minute power nap, and then I was like explosive. Wow, woke up.
The next day I'm always like,
and the next day, exactly, subsequent days afterwards just gets better and better, you know.
And which goes is everybody's so different, and one of the biggest questions we get asked is how your body and yourself, you're going to know where that awesomeness is at, right?
Yeah.
And some people, like we have a lot of landscapers, solar installers, construction guys that come in that are outside all the time in this heat, and they could use it more often than somebody who lives, you know, a desk life or something like that, you know. And so it's really listening to your body once you're feeling your best.
Yes, and what I have found is it's much like a vitamin, right? So when you start first taking a vitamin, you usually in 2 weeks you forget about it because you're like, oh, it hasn't changed. But once you build it up into yourself, then you realize, oh, I'm now 3 months in, and let's say you forget it a few days, you immediately feel it. And I feel like that's how the drip is. You get yourself to a point where you've come, you know, once a month or once every 2 months, and your body's feeling good.
Yep.
Well, that third month, you're going to feel that because now you're like, now you're depleting. Well, now you know, oh, I know why. Now I understand my body and know why I need to go back. You know, exactly. You guys have done so much improvements in here. It's very beautiful.
Always doing stuff.
Yes, but you guys have offered also the weight loss shots. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, since she did put together the whole package, I'm going to let her speak on that. I can answer the medical stuff on that, but she can answer all the fun stuff on that. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we had literally, I think it was since the day we opened, we had people asking, you know, are you guys going to do the weight loss shots? Are you guys going to do the weight loss shots? Are you guys going to do the weight loss shots? And at that point, since we have a medical director, but he is not, you know, present, he's got other obligations throughout pretty much the whole Western U.S., but it was rather expensive for us to get into it, and it just really wasn't worth it. But you know, as everything changes and telehealth is becoming more available and accepted, and Arizona instituted at the first of the year that all new clients have to be seen via telehealth or in person for a GFE, a good faith exam. So we've partnered with a great firm out of Scottsdale who performs all of their faith exams with their NPs and their licensed practitioners. But so it was getting a little bit more able to do so, and we wanted to do something different that wasn't just the injections, right? So we've built really great packages that'll benefit people in a different way with, you know, discounts to our IVs and our drips, because a lot of that is you know, with these injections, you're taking in less food. So you're automatically, you know, starting to deplete yourself when you may already have been depleted. So a lot of the feedback I was getting from everybody who was on these shots was just the exhaustion and being tired and stuff like that. So, you know, we've built full packages around.
What we do is we provide more elevated service, and the fact that we monitor you regularly. You're getting weekly weigh-ins, weekly measurements. We're doing regular consults with our nurse practitioners to make sure everybody's within line. We do labs on a normal interval when required for some people. So we're not just giving you the shots, we're monitoring and helping you be the most successful you can be, because it can be frustrating to spend that kind of money and not see the results and not understand why. So we help people understand why it is we have to be this kind of way. And with those kind of medications, inherently, you do become vitamin depleted, because you're not hungry, you're not eating when you do, you're just eating something real quick and just getting through it. So naturally, and then your energy is going to fall off because hydration's low, vitamins are low, so then you're going to start that, and you're just miserable, and you don't have to be. And that's what we're all about. You don't have to be miserable if you're just properly monitored, properly hydrated, properly nourished. You know.
And I've also got on order, I'm waiting for it to arrive, is an RMR machine, which is a resting metabolic rate machine, and that'll help also kind of really dial in where you need to be on your exercise, your caloric intake. Are these
understand where you're falling short and where you can pick it up, dial your numbers.
Yeah, and it's a quick 10-minute test, and that's included with our 3-month packages. We will also offer that as a service to anybody, but that test will be included, a monthly test, just to make sure, like, do you need to adjust your workouts?
Is it time to adjust your dose? Is it time to
doses,
adjust your calorie intake, your exercise? What do we need to adjust? This is going to be a great tool to help us figure out what it is to fine-tune these things and get the most out of what you're getting, because we only provide things here that the customers have brought to us and said, please, So we're not trying to push anything on anybody, but we have plenty of answers, because I know there's plenty of questions out there. I love to talk about it. I love to educate. When people come in, I'll talk to them for hours about NAD or something, ozone, we'll talk all day. I like it. I love the questions. I like when people question us when they come in. They want to know what's our background. There's some people that just come in, throw their arm out, don't say anything. To me, as a customer, I'm concerned. I would like to know who's touching me and what are you putting in my body. But you know what? They're very trusting, and rightfully so. It's a great place. And so I like it when they're like, what is your background? What are your things? I like those kinds of questions, because I like being able to say, we do it right. We're doing it this way, and this is how we're doing it.
I really think that's what set you apart, and that's what I liked in the very beginning, was that we fill out this profile of ourselves, and then you take the moment to be like, okay, so X, Y, Z, here's the options I would think. Let's kind of talk that out. So the time that you are willing to spend is always nice, and it's always nice to know, like, I've called you and been like, hey, XYZ is happening, blah, 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 and just to have that person. Sometimes you don't always know why you're feeling the way that you feel. But I think you guys have always been great, from personal experience, is that, answering the questions, having the conversation.
Yes. Education is key. Education
that
is
you guys,
key.
it's not something that you guys shy away from. It is something you want to talk about. Continue to
We love to
educate
talk
yourself.
about it.
Continue to keep your staff educated,
Yes.
So I think that is what makes me always talk about DrypMedic, is that I feel like it's,
even when we don't know the answer, because obviously no one knows everything. Like I said, we have a huge network of great colleagues, for everything from, top-rated national physicians to, just smaller, mom and pops that own shops like us. And, there's so much knowledge out there, and
somebody has seen something at some point that I could talk to them about. I just got to find out who it is, So there's somebody. We have a great support system within the IV community. We're associated with many different organizations and stuff. We do go to regular conferences. We're trying to stay up on the latest, greatest. What's good. There's a lot of flashy, shiny stuff out there that's expensive, but it's not exactly always the best thing. There's either better things, or you don't really need that thing so much for the kind of money. So we go out there and we learn. We talk to these vendors, these reps, these experts, and we bring that right back here. We sit our staff down and we say, this is how it went, this is what we learned, this is what we're going to do about it, and this is what we're going to work forward to. So we're always looking forward. We're always trying to grow and push the movement, if you will. But it's exciting stuff, and I don't want to see it slowing down anytime soon. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon.
No, I think it's the new age, right? We all want to be healthy, and this is a great way.
100%.
Can we talk about your location for everybody who may not know, and how they would get a hold of you?
Yeah, so we are pretty much across the street from Fort Mohave Walmart, Casa Serrano, Highway 95 in Hammer.
All
right here.
Yep. So
right at the stoplight, right there, here at the stoplight.
Desert Hearts, AZ Life, Peddler's Corner, Electric Studios. We're all kind of right in there.
Same plex here,
and we do try to be open 6 days a week. We've recently decided we have dedicated our lives to this place pretty much 24/7 for 2 years, so we are now closed on Sundays, just kind of for us time, for family time.
Get caught up.
Need a moment. Again, they both have double jobs.
Yeah, so we try to be open 6 days a week. We've got great RNs that cover when he's gone, because obviously being a firefighter, they work 48-96, so he's gone for 48 hours. So if I don't have RN coverage on those days, then we do close. But we tell people you're always more than welcome to text and ask for our availability. You're always more than welcome to go online. Obviously, all of our current availability is up there. But so we try to be there when we can, for sure.
As much as we can, anyway. Like I said, I want a team of army ants delivering hydration all over the desert. That's my ultimate goal.
Well, and if you don't know, now you know. You can also make an appointment for them to come directly to your home, to your office. We had a couple, doing the B12 shots that helped a lot of us. So
we have a couple businesses where they go every 2 weeks roughly and kind of do hydration for the staff and injections and stuff like that. So
it's been great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We've been trying to do this show forever, but they are very busy people.
I'm glad we could get together and make it work.
Finally lassoed us
in. If you have any questions and any concerns, you can reach out to them anytime. If you have trouble, get a hold of me. I will send you their direction.
She knows how to get us.
Yes, but again, if you have not just taken the leap of faith, try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back. But I do not believe that will be the case. Shop local, support local, and you guys have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.